revolution will not be televised. I repeat, the revolution will not be televised. This is for the boys. I am your host, Felix, and I got a big shot with today. Tony want to send a moment. And on today's episode, we are going to discuss Bunny basketball, Bryce Harper, and some other stuff. But if it happens, you know what's going to happen right now.
You say what now? You
You
sound
know
like
what's
you're
going to
on
happen
the
right.
road.
You know what's going to happen right now.
What's going to happen?
We finna get ready to get started. Let's go. Like I said, this is the Four Valley Boys. This is the revolution. It's not being televised. Of course, you know we are brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. If your car breaks down on you while you at AutoZone, they can help you find the parts that you need, like I did this past weekend. When your radiator hose busts and your car has the one that needs the one piece at the top, they can find a part for you, whether it has to be at the hub or they have to order VDP. Vendor direct product was VDP. I used to work at AutoZone, so I know that's what it should stand for. I might be wrong, but they can find whatever part you need or where you could get it from within that area. Get in the zone, AutoZone. We'll bring it in. Pretty Tony, what they call him, taking him a sip of water. Pretty Tony.
What's up, fella?
You got it.
Just going, I've been doing the usual spiel. We're on days now. Sundays, Sundays, now 5 p.m. Make you share that with me. Of course, buyniceshirt.com. You went to HBCU or you're a part of the Greek 9, Iota to Alpha, aka to Sigma Gamma Rho. Get all your paraphernalia, buyniceshirt.com. He'll show up at your homecoming like he did this year. Bernard Ingram. Bernard, if you're watching this show, I need to tag you so you could get us some Fort Valley stuff or whatever paraphernalia we need. We need you to hook us up because we don't give you a shout out for 2 years straight. So we need something. Like we used to say for back. Something.
Make mine maroon and white, please. Maroon and white. I'll take my maroon and white.
Of course, this is shot sponsor, Hennessy and Coke, the dark liquor. Of course, you can follow us on Facebook, Fort Valley Boys Podcast. You can follow us on YouTube now at Fort Valley Boys Podcast. And that's all the stuff I got tonight. How's your weekend, guys?
Man, good weekend. Nice, relaxing weekend so far. I'm a little stressed right now. We're down 13-0. But you know what? When you're 2-4, you kind of expect these things until the ship rights. And until Nani gets back, the ship ain't gonna quite get right.
Man, I hate to say it, y'all. That might be his first losing season, man. First losing season as a coach. It's looking that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is looking that way. But
let's get
my weekend. My weekend been cool, man. Just relax a little bit, spend some time with my boys, and watch some football, man. The usual. I love this time of year. Football.
Yes.
What about you, Faye?
Yeah, I was telling him before you hopped on. I'm gonna have to use AutoZone as a sponsor and actually as a purchase because my radiator hose busted on my car. And it's one of those one pieces where you have to buy the whole upper radiator hose. That joke $172. I'll find it somewhere else for a lower price. So AutoZone, I love you, but I will have to use one of your competitors for this venture. Unless you want to,
You go put it on yourself.
Rock Auto.
Yeah, Rock Auto. Yeah, probably. It's 2 clamps.
Lord have mercy, boy.
Dude, I can do little. I can do little stuff on the car.
I hear you, brother.
It's the
what kind of car you? What kind of car you got?
It's a Journey, Dodge Journey.
Oh boy, we got one too. We got one of them too.
So you know what I'm talking about? That top radiator hole with a T split, man. Right there. It's split right there on the split. So I was perturbed to say the least on that right there. But enough about my vehicle hijinks. Let's Kia want to start sponsoring us and get us some Kia Fortes or something like that, or some Tellurides. Those Telluride nice.
Them Telluride nice, boy.
Make mine black. Make mine black.
Yeah, them Telluride nice. But I seen a couple black ones. Them things nice.
So I'm in a part of my life where my kids almost adults, where I'll be fine with a car. I'll be fine with a car.
You ain't gonna be able to go back to driving nothing that small.
You probably right. I'm gonna drive my wife's car this week though, but ain't nothing like driving my car. But driving her car, her car, nice cruise control, automatic start, fancy.
She got a nice stuff.
Ain't that what we do?
Yeah, we gotta take care of the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Gotta take care of women. Kendall Anderson, let's put this up right quick before we get started with the show. Sports Equinox happened today. Every major sport, including golf, was played today.
What's going on, little brother? What's going on, little brother?
Then he on the YouTube channel. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about YouTube.
I put it out there for us, baby. I gave one thing we gotta do. Each one teach one. We can all reach one.
Everybody, if every fan, everybody watches the show, tell 5 people, we'll have 1,000 subscribers, so we can start getting funding, get some real sponsors for real. So I'm gonna start making up some names and stuff, making up my own scripts and stuff. Because I'm gonna start stealing stuff from Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Admit it. Start stealing some of this stuff.
Start advertising for Sealy Posturepedic in a minute.
Insert sleep sofas.
Them old Ginsu knives, they still need some sponsors. Them old Ginsu knives that cut through the cans and then tomato.
Where you crazy? Where you wild? All right, I know. We got Alabama A&M. Go buynightshirt.com, Kendall. The buynightshirt.com. He'll hook you up with some paraphernalia. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I want to start with baseball first. I'll straw this before you came on, Tony. Why would you pitch to the hottest hitter in the postseason and Bryce Harper in the 9th inning with the World Series on the line?
I have no idea, man. Dumb decision. And the Phillies hot right now, man. I mean, Bryce doing his thing, but the Phillies are hot right now. Period, man.
They hot as fish grease, man. I mean, this is the last 2 defending champions aren't even in the mix now. So you got to keep that thing right, man. That Bryce Harper, and a lot of people when he went to the Phillies, when you think about it, going back. They was throwing these numbers at him, and he didn't want to go to Washington, and he didn't want to go here, and he didn't want to go there. He made the right decision for him, and it actually paying off dividends for him. He's gonna get him a championship if they keep it up at this rate.
And that's the craziest thing. They didn't want to pay him all that money, and that's why he left. And the craziest thing, they won the World Series the year after he left, and then they pretty much went down. Got his money feeling this, and like I said, injuries and think about this. But think about this: Joe Girardi had a World Series team and didn't realize it. He got fired back in May. I already know the new manager name, but the way they celebrate and love that guy, they really love that manager. So, and Joe Girardi is a World Series winning manager. That's folks don't realize. He won it with the Yankees in 2009. He won World Series with the Yankees as a player, won as a manager. But I don't know what that's my main thing. You just don't pitch them. You got to walk that dude. You got to walk him and take your chances with who's behind him. I don't care.
It might have been Aaron Judge. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I know he's doing his thing, but he ain't doing them numbers like Aaron Judge. But he's still Bryce Harper. So why? You know what I mean? He is an ant. So that was silly. But I mean, you try to bear out the strategy in baseball, but try to make things, happen to make the improbable happen a lot of times, and that didn't happen. The probable happened. The 80% that was supposed to happen happened on that one. So man, but we'll see how to bear it out.
Right now, in the other half of the LCS is the Yankees are up 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Giancarlo Stanton had a RBI single to spark their 2 runs in that first inning, but I don't see the Yankees winning past one game in this series because Houston's pitching is far superior than what the Yankees got right now, and they have more timely hitting and more consistent hitting. Am I wrong on that? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I see it. Verlander's hot. Only thing that I hate is that because I'm not a huge MLB fan. Let's take back to a couple of years ago. So we get to talking about stealing and the things that kind of plague Major League Baseball. How's this going to reflect if the Houston wins?
I love it personally. I
I
love
mean,
it personally.
is this a redemption story, or is this they're going to dig
Yeah.
a little deeper to try to find something wrong? I guess that's my question.
I wouldn't call it a redemption story. More so than I would call it a big. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
Because I mean, dude, I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing that happened, with the Patriots, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that everybody cheats, man. Like everybody cheats in some
Yeah.
kind of form or fashion. It's just that, of course, when you get caught, you got to deal with the consequences and all of that. But for everybody to be in such an uproar, try to make it seem like what they did just tainted the game, and like it just so unfair. Like you still got to go out there and you still got to hit the ball. You still got to make plays. You still got to hit the ball. Don't matter if I know what's coming. Like, do you know how hard it is to hit a damn baseball, dude?
Right.
You know what I'm saying, for real? Like, I don't care if you know what's coming or not. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how hard it is to hit a baseball? So, I mean, like, I'm really, of course, I'm a Braves fan, but now that the Braves out of it, no, I'm not going to need front. I'm rooting for Houston, man. No, I really am. 'Cause I think it definitely be a big redemption story. Not redemption story, but a big FU. And everybody knows I hate the Yankees, and those the Yankee fans were the main ones that was such an uproar about it. It was added like, that's the reason we ain't win, and all this. No, man,
No,
no.
I like them, but let's be real. Y'all just didn't pitch in that series against Houston. Y'all just didn't pitch. If they cheated or not, y'all still weren't gonna beat them. Yeah, they had. Think about it. I think they had Greinke and Verlander, if I
Mm.
remember correctly. It didn't matter. The Dodgers. If anybody had a bigger complaint, it was the Dodgers. If anybody, but they still beat the Dodgers in 7. They beat the Dodgers at LA,
Mm.
and they had this home field advantage. So there were no if they were cheating, so what? They won. They got caught. They fortunate the man Joy Cora, the AJ Hinch, the GM. Everybody
Yeah.
paid the penance. Now the
Heads
players
roll, yeah, heads
head roll,
roll. You know what I'm
heads roll.
saying? And I mean, let's move on, man. But
Yeah.
for the simple fact that to find them right back, you know what I'm saying, like this in the mix again, just go to show you how talented that team was, and what it's about.
Yeah, they've been to the World Series 3 times in 6 years. With two of them with, I believe, two of them with Dusty Baker.
Hmm.
So that lets you further know Dusty Baker's a pretty good damn manager.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
been a good manager. Let's not
and
let's
that
not let's
and
not
that's kept.
let's not forget Dusty now. Dusty's been a manager. He's been managing since we was kids. Let's be for real. So
Yeah,
it's time. It's past time.
Just
Get
past
your
time, just like Kelvin say. I see his comment. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to see Dusty finally get him a ring too.
yeah.
and math is correct. And remembering, I think the last my black manager won the World Series was Cito Gaston in
Yep.
'92 and '93. If somebody fact check me on that one. I could be wrong.
Cito Gaston, 92, 93, Toronto.
Toronto, yep. That's about it. Now then you have Dusty Baker in '02, who was one game off. You have Ron Washington, whose team took down in Game 6 against the Cardinals, and then they've lost since. Yeah, those that's the
Yeah,
list.
Yeah, the Texans.
that's
The
real.
Texans. Old Uncle Ron. Uncle Ron, what they named him. Yeah.
Yeah, that Oot monster got him. He would have stayed on that Oot monster. He'd have still had a he still would have had a job with the Raiders. They might have won the series within in a 3 year span since then.
Man,
Let me
chill out, man. Chill out, man.
I'm just saying
Don't
where's
chill,
the
chill,
line?
chill, chill, chill out, man. They ain't had nothing to do with why he lost his job that time.
Yes, it was.
No, it
Yes, it was.
wasn't. That was the first.
I,
That was his first go round. Bless
okay.
you. You know, you know he did a couple of stints now.
I thought that thing he was a cut monster, but I'm wrong. I'll look it up. You're right though. But I
That
just
was the
want to be
first.
honest.
No, the second time he lost his job, they just the bottom fell out. They were trash. But maybe I'm wrong. I am getting a little old. I got this gray on my face for a reason.
Yeah, he resigned in September 2014, personal reasons. Oh, sexual assault against a reporter.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Ooh, Uncle Ron.
yeah. It announced that he had an affair and resigned to reconcile with the family. His record was decent: 664, 661, 4 consecutive 90-win seasons, and 2 pennants.
Didn't he end up with Ain't he, they ain't been on the Braves?
He was he's a third base coach for the Braves. Won the World Series one last year.
Yeah, I thought.
That's somebody that should get a redemption story right there. He been out of, so I don't know. Let me get Kendall's comment up here. He's all time great. Correct. I believe he was the manager with Bonds in I want to say 93 all the
He
way up to
was.
2002.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Dusty left to go to the Cubs, and then he got screwed over with the Cubs.
And then they win the World Series.
They won the World Series.
Dusty was the manager back when the Braves used to go back and forth with the Giants in the playoffs every year.
Yep.
I remember one. I think 93. My wrong. I think the big seal to see who's going to the division. They had wild cards back 93. They had just had 2 divisions each. And I think it was a September series. It was Greg Maddux versus Barry Bonds. I remember this because Greg Maddux, if you don't get Greg Maddux on the first pitch, he got you. That's it. That's a wrap. that's done. So there's this cut fastball he used to do. This Barry Bonds right here. There's the pitch like that. That will curve back right to the left of the zone. That went through it out, sealed that series into the big. I was like, Barry looked crazy. Like, how's that a strike? I'm looking at it like, Barry, that was a strike, dog. I remember, but Barry had a good eye now. Don't get me wrong, Barry rarely struck out. He struck out Barry. That's because he's trying to swing for a home run. But I remember that series. Of course, Barry lost to the Phillies, and then the Phillies went on to lose to Toronto. That's where Mitch Williams got death threats for throwing the game when it pitched to Joe Carter, and the rest is history. And of course, the Phillies redeemed themselves in 2009. But I guess we're all going to see. We all want Dusty to win. I'm a big fan of Dusty. He's not because he's a great manager, because he looked just like a.
There you go. There you go. Amen to that, brother. Amen to that.
And baseball, we don't have enough. We already don't have enough of us. I think 7% of African Americans playing baseball, which is down from like 20% in the 90s. Which goes back to their farming out their services to Dominican Republic, Cuba, Haiti, Japan, Korea, places like that. And MLB dropped the ball in the LRBI program, which we talked about extensively on this show several different times. So
yes.
But that's neither here nor there. We're not going to rehash that out because we'll take up half the show just talking about getting blacks into baseball and say it's either resources, or we could say I get drafted faster and play faster, but I play baseball. You got to go to minor leagues. Anyway, our major league review we might talk about on Wednesday, if the World Series is set after the night, but that's neither here nor there. Let's put this comment up. Tony's gonna laugh at this one right
here. I love it.
They are. Ooh. They are. let's leave with that before we go around and go around the horn with NBA. Tony, why haven't the Lakers traded Russell Westbrook yet? Why wait? He don't want to be there. His hamstring mysteriously was pulled when he came off the bench during preseason. It did. And Darvin Ham had to go ahead and start him because he already acquiesced to this loser. So why?
I don't think nobody want him. Honestly, I mean, the Lakers. I mean, you're asking a team to pick up. No, I mean, I don't really know the specific number. I know it's a big number. You know what I'm saying?
47 million.
So
47
yeah,
million. This is
yeah.
his
So you
last year of the
asking a
contract.
team. Yeah. So I mean, you asking a team to pick up. You know what I'm saying? A real huge number like that. I mean, don't nobody want it. Now, if you maybe around the trade deadline, somebody really trying to, you know what I'm saying, get ready to make a move and set themselves up for next year. And they were, like you say, they getting the expiring contract, and you know how the NBA works. So I mean, but you know what I'm saying, right now, don't nobody want to deal with it. Nobody want it.
Ryan,
You know
why is
what?
he still on the Lakers?
You know what? I don't think they really found their groove yet, and I think it has less with constant. I think it has more to do with continuity than it does with Russell Westbrook. I think they need to find their groove. I need to find. I need the King to show up, and I need Anthony Davis to do his thing and stay in uniform. And then you'll find. I think you'll find a way to for this Lakers team to be successful. Um, Russell Westbrook is going to have to find his niche in this offense until the trade deadline when somebody actually needs him and they can get him out of it. And I'm not sure if it's just a cloud over the organization right now. They did too many docu series on the late great and the current, the legacy, and you can find one on Hulu, you can find one on Amazon Prime. But you know, let's get past that and let's keep moving forward. Let's be the Lakers organization that everybody has grown to know and love over time. Um, but I think they need more continuity. They need to gel. They need some gelling time. Need to put them in the refrigerator for a while, at warm water and sugar and gelatin, and let them gel for a while.
I think it's more than that, man. I just think you you mortgage your future for one championship. You could have you could have just stuck it out one more year and waited for AD to come over. You knew AD wanted to come to LA regardless. You could have got AD the previous year when Magic was running them. They could have had him for. They could have kept either Ingram or Ball. They could have kept either one of those two if when Magic was running it. Then the next year, David Griffin fleeced them for 4 first round draft picks, three pick swaps, and three of your four prize picks or whatever. Yeah, Ingram, Ball, Hart, Kuzma.
They should
That
have ran
just
it back. They should have ran it back when they won.
yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
like
Yeah,
you say, they mortgaged. They gave a lot to get
yeah.
Anthony Davis and to get a lot of the vets that they end up having on the team. But though that year they won it in the bubble, first off, it was a miracle. The reason they won that championship, if you keep it real, is the fact of during the pandemic they had to shut the season down.
Yeah.
So Anthony Davis came back healthy right before the playoffs started. He still was kind of banged up in the in the bubble, and but they got out of line. That's a whole other conversation. But um, that off season, dude, instead of running it back, man, they made all these changes and brought all these old heads in, man.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I'm
think
saying?
they were thinking they would
So
get better, and they weren't getting better. Uh, is Melo still a part of the Lakers?
this year, not yet.
Okay,
No.
so I mean you gotten rid of one old head. Um, I they've got to do something, and I really think like Chick Hearn said, you got to get that Jello jiggle. Got to get that Jello jiggle, and hopefully they'll get it. Maybe they learn from the mistakes. And this is a young season. The season is what, 4 games in now. So I mean, we got a while to go, and I know we're on the cusp of it, and we're just getting our feet wet. It don't look good, but when you look at it now, what it's supposed to look like.
Better than this.
And to points on it, it's supposedly upgrade when they win. I mean, when you think about Montrezl Harrell, who won the Center of the Year, you got Gasol to play son, could have kept Dwight Howard. You got
I can't think of the other dude. They had JaVale McGee.
Yeah, lost JaVale McGee.
Like they had some bigs and they had shooting, man. They had Rondo, as a general. You know what I'm saying? They had some shooting. You know what I'm saying? And they were big. And they got rid of all that, man. And I don't know what the hell they doing, dude. I don't know what the hell they doing. Like Pelinka sucks. Magic told y'all boys that when he walked out. You know what I'm saying? Pelinka sucks, man. He don't know what he doing. And the Lakers ain't been shit. They ain't gonna never be nothing till they do right by Magic. You know what I'm saying? For real. They ain't gonna never be nothing till they do right by Magic.
And the one thing that hurt them too, I mean to cut you off, the one move that really hurt them last year, they could have when they had to re-sign Caruso. They had his bird rights. They talking about we'd have been on the cap. Y'all been on the cap since y'all got years ago when y'all gave Kobe $50 million over 2 years. Y'all could have signed Caruso. 2 years, $20 million.
LeBron didn't want him.
Caruso was.
He went out. He went to Chicago and was a dog last year until he got hurt.
Yeah.
He just needed more opportunity. That was the thing with him, and he got it in Chicago.
Yeah, LeBron's plus minus with Caruso on the court was off the charts versus anybody else on there. I don't have the exact number. I know what they were saying. His plus minus with Caruso was way better with anybody else in the backcourt with him, and that answers the Anatole question because they're trash. That Lakers sponsor segment brought to you by Hefty. You got a lot of trash, Hefty. What?
The old hefty. The Lakers are wimpy.
And speaking of the Lakers, they lost today 6-1 to the Portland Jailbird. I mean Portland Trailblazers. That's the old Trailblazer thing I would think about. That's the old Trailblazer I think about with Z-Bo.
Z-Bo.
And they gave it, and then they ain't have 41 too, man. So we like you said, with 3 games early in the season. What's your quick takeaways, Tony?
A lot of good teams out there, man. A lot of good teams out there. I think it's going to be a really, really, exciting season. Golden State, you know what I'm saying? Definitely who we thought they were. I'm worried about Cleveland. The one thing that I was worried about was the health of Garland. He's a great player, but he was hurt a lot last year, and then he turned around. It was some freak, but got hurt first damn game. You know what I'm saying already. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Definitely going to be a really, really, really good basketball season. It's going to be the first time in a while that I pretty much paying attention before Christmas, because usually I don't pay attention to around January, December, January. But I'm locked in pretty much already. Definitely going to be a dope season.
Shouts out to George Pickens. I know not to switch subjects. Shouts out to George Pickens. Touchdown still.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Mario Johnson, friend of the show. The East is deep. He repeats, the East is deep, which they are. Unfortunately, I got a hot take for y'all. Philadelphia 76ers are trash.
Once again, we talk about a team in the West. Now we're talking about a team in the East.
It's
You give them
early,
enough time.
man. I'm like strong. You know what I'm saying? It's a little early. It's a little early. They call Philly trash anyway. The
They gonna
Lakers,
beat them. Philly
the
got to
Lakers
be good.
trash.
They gonna beat them.
The
Who the
Lakers
coach
are
of Philly?
trash. But
Lakers are
Philly
trash,
gonna
but
be a
who?
little. Man, chill out, man. I told you the other day, man. Chill out with that Doc Rivers slander, man. Chill out, man. Chill out,
If
man.
it, if it walks
I
like a
like
duck,
Doc. I like Doc, man.
walks like a duck. It quacks like a duck. It ain't a damn cat.
Doc got rings, man. Chill out.
How many?
Doesn't matter. He got one. Dude, hey, did y'all I'm trying to I don't did y'all happen to see the highlights, little clips of the interview where KG and Paul Pierce was on the Up in Smoke
Mm-mm.
They need
with
to sit
Steven
down somewhere,
Jackson and the
bro.
boy? Huh?
Stick it, Paul. Go ahead. No, I ain't seen it though. I ain't see it. What they talking about?
Man, I saw a clip. And the reason I brought it up, and the reason it came to mind is when you was talking about Doc. They was talking about how Paul Pierce and them would be in the huddle and drawing up plays or whatever, and Paul Pierce would be like, "Man, you ain't doing that shit. Just give me the ball, man. Just give me the ball." And KG was co-signing on that thing too. KG was like, "Yeah, man, he wouldn't listen, man. We would come out the huddle and Rondo got a basketball mind too.
Mm-hmm.
Rondo was like, "Nah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this," and Paul Pierce was like, "Man, just give me the damn ball, man. We ain't doing that. Just no, I'm not going over there on that side of the floor. I'm standing right here. Give me the damn ball." That shit was funny. That was good. I need to watch that whole thing, man, because KG was on that lit. I could tell he was already on that lit.
KG has done a lot since his retirement. If you hadn't seen the movie, he did that movie with Adam Sandler. I forget the name of it.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. He did the movie with Adam Sandler. Pretty
Really?
decent movie.
Yeah, that came out 3 years ago.
Yeah,
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
pretty decent movie. I saw it. It's pretty decent.
Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, he got the commercials about drinking water. Don't drink too much
Yeah,
alcohol.
yeah.
And he got his podcast is going, and he's KG gonna bring the realness. I will give him that. He gonna bring the realness. Shouts out to KG.
I remember a story. I know we just talked about. I want to go back. Remember when it was a couple years ago when Carmelo was playing for the Knicks, and this when he was. You remember? You know what I'm talking about, Tony, right? No,
What?
okay, you don't know. Okay, so this when he married to Lala.
Yeah.
KG
Oh,
said
I meant
yeah. He was on one.
Oh yeah, he was on one, dude. He was on one.
KG always, but see, that's the thing about KG. KG always been on one, even when he was a player. Like them last few years, you remember when Charlie Villanueva, the KG was still in Boston. Villanueva was in Denver, and everybody knows that Villanueva has alopecia. He called that man a cancer patient, and everybody picked up on it. He had the doggone issue an apology, and everybody. I mean, KG he just been on one. He's always been on one.
Yeah, he so much smack. At the same time, though, it just that team ever since they made a big deal. When we are started five together, we undefeated. Well, it don't matter about starting five. Ever since that 2008 championship, you got traded to this dog. You and Paul Pierce, you and your friend. Y'all just after that.
Yep. And that was that. You got to remember that's after the series when he was still in Boston and Ray had gone to Miami, and they was beefing with Ray, saying, "I don't even got Ray number no more. I don't even talk to Ray no more."
I just want to know why. I just want to know why he left. I know.
Yeah,
I get it.
They just squashed that dude. Like
last year they just squashed
last year at the top the top 75 or whatever. They finally squashed that last year, dude.
let me get Kendall in. He's gonna be a friend of the show real quick. Lakers should have done the Buddy Hield deal, and they could have had DeRozan.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
got what they Westbrook and not Westbrook. DeRozan wanted to go to the Lakers.
Wanted to go to the Lakers.
He's
Yeah,
from
he's from
LA.
LA. He's from that
He's from-
area.
With the USC, excuse me, with the
Yep.
USC. You had him right there. I would have gave y'all Ingram and Hart for DeRozan. Easy. Could have had him easy. You could have had him before LeBron came if you really wanted him.
And here's the thing on that, even Fave, who is DeRozan? Who was DeRozan's buddy before he died? The late great Kobe Bean Bryant. You would have had that, and he's gonna play in oh my gosh. Oh my. Ooh. Well, what could have been?
It's another one. They didn't resign Malik Monk.
Mm.
Malik Monk gave you about 20 last year game.
For Charlotte, right? No, he was there.
No.
He was there. You're right.
He was there one season. Charlotte didn't resign him. Then he went to the Kings, I believe. The Kings have a better roster than the Lakers. All the problem is Mike Brown, their coach. That's all the problem. Where's the lie?
Find the lie.
What has Mike Brown done besides ride shotgun on three championships with the Golden State?
Not a thing, because he couldn't do it in Cleveland
or
with
LA.
them.
He in LA too. He's in LA for a year. I forgot that he was in LA for a year or two. Here's another one. Mario.
I'm not entertaining you, man.
What did I say?
Thought it was a done deal.
DeRozan, it should have been a done deal, but I think it was it's Mitch Kupchak. That's who was the GM when they could have got DeRozan.
No,
it wasn't Kupchak.
No. Pelinka.
Don't tell me that Pelinka again.
Pelinka.
Oh,
wow.
Oh. Pelinka stabbed his buddy in the back. God couldn't even. Ooh, boy. Because if Kobe would have been alive, that deal gets done without fail.
Yeah.
Without fail. Because Kobe, that's Kobe's old agent. So he tells him, hey, this is who you need. Oh, well.
I don't know what kind of pull Pelinka got, you know what I'm saying, with the Lakers dude, other than the fact of, you know, him and Kobe was close. But man, dude, he's trash, man.
He might have a brown envelope somewhere.
He's trash, man.
He got a flash drive. So he got to have a flash drive somewhere. Flash drive in the Dropbox. But he should have been. Imagine trying to tell y'all, and I was thinking like I said, you could have had Anthony Davis and just made the playoffs and then had him for a whole full season. You would have had him already there. You could have gotten for less for what you paid for him. But when David Griffin took over, like, no, dog, let me get all them picks over there. And let me swap 3 of them. Because they don't, that's why the Lakers have to do good. They got to make the playoffs this year. Because if they don't make the playoffs and that pick is in the top 7, ain't no telling. Wembanyama might be going to New Orleans. If New Orleans mess around and win the lottery.
They still get the Lakers still getting picks off of the Anthony Davis deal. Man, you sure about that thing?
They traded a 22, 21, 23, 25, and they got pick swaps next year. Last year was a pick swap, but they end up trading it to Washington to get Westbrook. I'll pull out the detail, but it's 4 first rounds and I think 2 pick swaps.
I believe.
I just want to make sure I'm right. So, but that
he fleeced them boy. That Fred. He fleeced them boy then.
That's just, man, that
and the Pelicans.
And
Yeah,
there's
deal.
multiple picks and swaps, and I need to find the actual details of that. But anyway, that DeRozan deal was a stunner. Um, Big Straw, what's your takeaway for so far? I know it's an early season, but what have you taken away so far?
It's competitive, man. This season is competitive, and I live in the Mid South, Memphis, Mississippi area. Uh, the Grizzlies are competitive. They got blown out today by the Dallas Mavericks. Got destroyed, but uh, looks like they still gonna do what they do. I like what's going on in the East. Like one of our viewers said, the East is deep. Um, we just got to see how this thing crack out, man. I'm happy. It's that time of year, like my little brother said, it's that equinox when you're gonna have everything going at once. You're gonna have your MLB, NHL, NBA, CBL, college football. You got it all going on. So this is a great time as a sports fan, not as a football fan or a sports fan. So yeah, this it looks good, man. Good to see Kenny, Chuck, and all them resign. Kenny, Chuck, Shaq, they resigned right before because that's the only way I watch the NBA in TNT. If somebody missing, it's just not as good. You got all the good ingredients there on the TNT crew. Glad they all resigned. Hey, let's carry on and entertain me. Entertain me.
What about you, Fake?
The Denver Nuggets.
Oh,
They
I
they
mean, y'all,
they look
y'all, y'all, y'all said that. Y'all said that last week.
last week.
they look good against Golden State on Friday night. I mean, the main thing is making sure if Michael Porter can stay healthy. You already remember they got KCP. They got KCP there coming off the bench. I don't know if he
Greenville,
started,
Georgia.
but
Greenville, Georgia. Name.
they gonna be tough. The defense, okay, sure, but if the way they score, their multiplicity in scoring, they so diverse. They more diverse than the UN. They more diverse than the United Nations, dog. They have more diversity in score. Think about it, they got Shannon Brown, not Shannon Brown. They got Brown from the Nets also too. So they're deep. They got length. They got wings. They got a lot of things. The only thing they just need to give is Joker some hops. And Stephen A. Boy, he can't even jump over a phone book. So he is Joker, but he can jump over a phone book. But let me get the trade detail for Tony. Uh, let's see. Yeah, of course, Anthony Davis. They got rid of Ball, Ingram, Hart, 3 first-round picks, and a pick swap. And it really was a three-team deal when they got rid of Lakers had Mo Wagner from Michigan. A stretch 5. They got rid of stretch 5. Jamario Jones, Isaac Bonga, they probably somewhere AutoZone working or O'Reilly's. But and a second-round pick too. They use that to clear cap space to make sure they get Anthony Davis. And that's why they got all those minimum players like Dwight Howard and Rondo, Caruso, and all that. But yeah, they have one of those first round picks was the fourth overall pick in 2019, that which turned out to be DeAndre Hunter, which they traded to the Hawks. So yeah, they gave up 4 first round picks and got a pick swap in there also. 3 first round picks and a pick swap. So compare that to what Rudy Gobert got for your Jazz. That's low. And Rudy Gobert isn't the player that Anthony Davis is, but he's a better defender and he stays more healthy. So
That's the key. No
I'm saying
matter how good, don't matter how good you are, if you ain't on the court.
yeah, like we said, yeah, Mario, we agree with you. We said that they mortgaged their future for 1 championship. They were a dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing about that season after they won the championship, if Davis wouldn't have got hurt in mid-series, they were gonna beat the Suns in the first round. It was up 2-1 and beating them before the half in game 4. They would have beat the Suns that year. They wouldn't have won the championship, but it would knock the Suns off because they would have probably had to go against the was it Dallas. I'd look at the bracket, but they would have beat the Suns. They would have beat the Suns. If he would stay healthy because they had no answer for him. Ayton could not keep up with him. The Nuggets. Another takeaway. The Suns. I don't know what's going on with Jay Crowder. He wants money. I'm not going to give money to a person that's going to average 7 points a game. Just not going to do it.
I'll give Jay Crowder this. He's that overlooked guy that would knock down open shots, especially threes. But
would he? Does he though? Does he knock down open threes?
I mean,
does he knock down open threes? Let's review that comment. Let's review that.
When he was here, and I know he's done a lot for the Suns, but when he was here in this area, he knocked down a lot of threes, helping bring Ja along that first year. And I think he should have helped Phoenix more than what he's had. But I don't understand why you're asking for a payday. It wasn't too long ago you was almost out the league. If I'm not mistaken, you was almost out of the league a couple of years ago.
No.
The only thing what's your back on that? I'm not being on. What's your back on that?
About what? About Phoenix?
You said no about Jay Crowder.
Oh no, I was saying he wasn't almost out. He wasn't almost out the league a couple years ago. A couple years ago, he was a vital piece. And when Utah, right?
Was it Utah?
When the Utah got traded to Utah in that when the Cavs made those deals,
yeah,
the trade the finals, which they didn't got swept with.
No, okay, so let's forget. Wasn't he in Miami for a quick tick too?
Yeah,
I mean, he a journeyman now. He's been around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so he a journeyman going from team to team. What kind of money are you looking for? I guess that's my question.
9 points a game career, 9.6. His highest average points per game came with the Celtics in 2015-16 at 14.2. He is a career 34% three-point shooter. So the knockdown shooter part, Straw, you must have been drinking some Hennessy straight through a straw to say he a knockdown shooter.
34% ain't bad, man.
It's not. I mean, that's
not. It's not knockdown.
34% from three is.
Didn't nobody say he was set? Didn't nobody say he was Steph Curry or nothing, man? You a tough crowd, Fade, man.
No, I'm going Straw.
You a tough crowd, man.
Straw say he a knockdown shooter.
I said he was open shots. I didn't say he was knocked down. I said he had open shots.
He wasn't knocked down.
He had open shot. All right, look. And matter of fact, I'm not gonna even use that analogy. That's a bad analogy because then you're gonna try to pick it apart. So I'm gonna leave it alone. But some people may not be big, you know what I'm saying, have real good shooting percentages, but they make clutch shots at the right times. You know what I'm saying? And Crowder was one of them guys who, you know what I'm saying, is open a lot because he likes to spot up. He's a spot up shooter. He's a spot up shooter. Spot up big man who could knock down open three in clutch situation.
Know who should have kept him?
I'm telling you, when he was with Utah that year, man, that year that Utah made a little run to playoffs, it was him, it was Donovan Mitchell and what's the other dude name, man? Huh?
Conley? Was it Mike Conley?
It wasn't Mike Conley.
It was another big man.
Gobert?
No, not Gobert.
Derek Favors?
Favors was there, but Favors was more so off the bench. It was another dude, man. I can't think his name right now, man.
I know who you're talking about. I can't. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, Utah, he was having 12 points a game. He was 31% from three. The mid-season, he got traded there from Cleveland, and then 33% his full year there. Then he was
hoping in Utah, dude.
Then he got traded to Memphis or signed with Memphis. Then he got traded to Miami. that mid year in 2019-20, right before the pandemic. So, but I don't know. But I'm looking at the roster for you, Tony, for that full season. Who's on the Jazz? They were 50-32, finished fifth that year. One Tony Burks. I'm trying to think of
He was a four.
You talking about Joe
He's
Ingles?
a four.
He's a
No,
four. Joe Ingles, Royce O'Neal.
no.
That's it. Because
No,
Rudy Gobert, Derek Favors,
it got to be somebody else.
Kyle Korver.
No.
That's Georgie Yang.
Who?
George Yang.
No.
Yes, that's all the fours on that team that year. That 18-19
Really?
year. Yeah. Tyler Kavanaugh, he didn't get no burn. So
And what year was this now?
this the 17. This the 18-19 year. This when he was there the full season, 18-19. What? Let me go. I had to go now. Kevin's saying it might be Al Jefferson. I need to go back a year then. Let me see.
That's the only person.
Right.
That's the only other person I could think of. Was probably Big Al.
One Joe Johnson. David Stockton. He ain't got no burn. That's his son. Yep, same ones. Derek Favors, Alec Burke, Rudy
Yeah, see,
Gobert.
them boys were loaded. Rodney Hood, Gordon Hayward. Man, yeah, them boys were ball. Man, Utah had a little squad, dude. Them boys were
No,
balling.
no. Hayward was in Boston. He left for Boston in 17. Remember, he broke his ankle that first game on TNT. I remember that because my stomach turned when I saw that.
Yeah, that was ugly. That was ugly.
Jonas Jerebko. That's the only other different four. Jonas Jerebko.
It may be Joe Johnson then, man. I'm thinking about. It may be Joe Johnson. I'm thinking about. I don't know. I can't remember. They go that great coming up again.
Yeah, don't worry. I got it all right now. Yeah.
You ain't beating me though. You ain't beating me though.
Gray hair is sponsored by.
You just got the side of yours cut off. That's all.
Yeah, gray hair is sponsored by Big Straw's Barber. If you need a haircut, find Big Straw Barber. We don't even know who he is. We try to find him. Big Straw's Barber. Look him up.
Just for men.
Just for me. I got someone.
That's another one of our sponsors. Just for men.
That's a good one. I got some on my shelf. I am scared. I haven't started using that. I haven't used it yet. I just say, you know what?
I can't do it, man. I can't do
it. I bought so much Just for Men at one time. I felt like I had stock in them.
For real? I had
to come to terms with myself. Like, this is, it was a waste of money because it just, it just didn't look right. So I just let the sun shine in. Just let the sun shine in.
Just let it do what it do.
Let it do what it do.
All right, I got a bonus question.
But you do need to go ahead and throw it. It's a lot of brothers out there that do that. So you need to go ahead and make sure you throw that into the rotation for our sponsorships. Fade.
Oh, don't worry. I'm working on that now. I got to work on a script for it. So I took out the Sprite. Sprite's back, so I don't have to say nothing about them. Hennessy and Coke is a staple. AutoZone might catch it. Might have to come out for a week.
Yeah, you kind of mad at AutoZone right now, so I guess you can kind of swap them for the Just for Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sprite is back. Sprite got their new flavors, their holiday flavors. Just in case y'all boy don't know about that winter spice cranberry. They ain't be hitting, boy.
Sprite cranberry. So we'll be seeing LeBron on TV again with another sponsor, Sprite cranberry.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Tony.
There you go. There you go.
So, here's our pitch for him. Trying to stay young, try to be competitive in the workforce. But the gray hair is just taking you out the game. Just go to your local drugstore and buy Just for Men. You back in the game now. Just for
Go to
Men.
your local CVS
Or Walgreens.
or
Or
Walgreens.
Walmart, Family Dollar, the General Dollar.
Dollar General.
Get all that.
Don't go to
Dollar.
Dollar Tree because it'll say
Don't-
men is just for you. Don't go to Dollar Tree.
That's
It
Just for
won't be
just,
fair.
just, just,
what
the guys.
what it say, Sean? What it
For
say?
the guys. For the guys.
It'll say men is just for you, and you'll be looking at it like, wait a minute,
It's for you guys. So we're gonna say for you guys.
before you got
For you guys. have a 10-year-old on there. Gonna have 2 college kids.
for $1.20.
It's not a dollar store no more. Y'all know there's the $1.25 store now.
It's Dollar Tree. It's
Yeah.
as Dollar Tree Plus. I'm an insider. I know these things.
Man.
You said Dollar Tree Plus.
Dollar Tree
Yeah.
Plus is what it's branded as now. Because
Man, go ahead on, man.
I put that on everything I love. You're gonna walk into the Dollar Tree one day. Everything's gonna be $1.25, and there's gonna be certain aisles where you're gonna have $3, $4, and $5 products. That's the premium stuff, the stuff you can buy anywhere else, but
Yeah.
they'll have it $3, $4, and $5.
Dollar Tree Plus.
Dollar Tree Plus.
But Mo Graham? Man, go ahead. In the words of Baby, man, go ahead on, man. Go ahead on. Man. Go ahead on. Man, but yeah, Denver. Back to the past week in the NBA. Denver, the Celtics. We thought the Celtics were going to struggle bus, but they 3-0. They are cooking with fish grease, averaging 121 points a game. The Charlotte Hornets lead the league.
He got them boy running, man.
Mm-hmm.
He got them boy running.
The Jazz look good. They ain't got nobody in the team, but they 3-0. They lead the league in scoring, 125.7 points a game. So they looking good, but that we're waiting till that swoon come in December, January, where they just fall off the cliff. My bad, Max Kellerman. But that's the way it's looking. Charlotte leads the Eastern Conference in scoring. Utah lead the whole league. Lakers, but Philadelphia 0-3, dog. Just back to my original point. Philadelphia trash. They 0-3. They're giving up 110 points a game, so only scoring 103. Then of our Houston East, with this James is gonna be cooking. That's all he's gonna be doing, cooking and losing. So, I got a bonus topic. Let me get this last comment in right here. Shout out from Vet. Him and Shot at the game, laughing like hell at her. Boy, living it up in Miami, boy. I mean, dang. Can we get some tickets? I'll make a way. I'll find a flight down there, so I'll just drive 10 hours. Just pick one. Hey, y'all. Hey, hook a brother up with a sweet or something, some tickets.
Please. We like fun too.
We like fun too. You know what I'm saying?
Fun too.
Matter of fact, I'll be even cheaper. You give me tickets to the Miami Marlins, dog. During the summer. Get the tickets to the Miami Marlins. I'll come. They give me the tickets. I'll find a way there. I'll find my ride. I'll find a ride. You get some tickets. I know the ticket we got $17.50. So I know Don Madley ain't coming back though. That's a blow. Before we go, I got one topic. We didn't touch on it because we were speculating it was going to happen with Christian McCaffrey. We remember Wednesday talk. We were saying which would be a better fit, Buffalo or San Francisco. And San Francisco ponied up all the draft picks for Christian McCaffrey. They gave up a second, third, fourth, and a fifth next year. Hold on. Ain't shot live reporting. I'm talking about live reporting on Sunday Night Football. He got to deal with Peacock. He ain't tell nobody.
Hey,
Deal with Peacock.
hey, Shot, I appreciate it, big dog. At least it's 10-16. It ain't 16 to nothing. I'll deal with it. We still got a whole quarter to play. We play 4 quarters, baby. 4 quarters. Tell Mercury Morris I said hello.
He looking good. DB can't stop kid from crossing the street. That's danger right there. You gonna get some kid killed. So that right there. But yeah, we're talking about Christian McCaffrey would be a better fit. Of course, Tiny Head, he a 49er fan. If y'all did not know, he's the better. He did go to San Francisco, like I said, with the second, third, fourth pick for this upcoming draft in the 5th round pick for the 2024 draft. And y'all thinking like, damn, that's a lot to give up from McCaffrey. It's not, because if you think about the new Rooney Rule, they incentivize hires. So Martin Mayhew went to the Washington Redskins, which gave them a second round pick. Rob Allen and Mike McDaniel was coaching with them a third, fourth round. That's how they had extra draft capital to that move after, which meant lose 8, but it's some of the drafts extra pick had. So they had the 4 to move they wanted. And other than actually going for McCaffrey was Rams. And I don't know if he got drafted. They done trade every damn draft pick for the next 3 years for Von Miller and Odell and Stafford. So I'm trying to figure out where the hell these draft pick come from. They're gonna get these draft pick from. They better go to Ross, put them on layaway or something. I don't know. but Tony, quick thoughts on this trade for the 49ers.
Big trade, man. Big trade. Kind of like what you said. They had the picks from getting all these compensation picks for losing coaches and stuff. So it ain't like they it ain't like they broke the bank, in order to get them. So I mean, just really interested to see how Shanahan's gonna incorporate him into the offense, man, and see what he could do. See what he can do. I wouldn't go as far as nuclear like Tiny Head went, talking about championship number 6 is loading.
No.
But we'll see. Kansas City stopped them boy to the ground today.
Man, it was 14-13 at the half.
And then next thing I know,
44
boom, a bomb went off, dude.
Big Straw, what's your thought on that trade?
Man, you know what? I'm glad to see McCaffrey go somewhere. The off-injured McCaffrey look healthy today. Look like he could do some good trade. My question to the football world is, what is Carolina doing? What are they doing? Because it's okay. You get rid of McCaffrey. Let's the not really talked about Robbie Anderson gets into it with the coach. They ship him off. Now he was the second leading receiver on the team. He was number 2 statistically for a lot of like receiving yard receptions, receiving yards. And I'm like, wow. I mean,
got a bad attitude. Gotta go.
But was it though? I mean, we weren't there, but what is Captain? Are we already? You get rid of the coach. They go Robbie Anderson. Now go Christian McCaffrey. Who's next? Who is next?
And you see what my boy did today. I'm telling you, shout out Steve Wilkes. I'm pulling for you, man. I'm pulling for you. I promise you, I'm pulling for you. Good job today, man.
Yeah, for those that don't know,
big win today.
For those that don't know, Steve Wilkes was the coach of the Cardinals for all of one season. Was fired for Kingsbury and Kyler Murray. Which brings for this is the last before we on out of here. Campbell won today to fight Campbell's, and they play hard and everything, but they don't look good. You got rid of a coach who was 9-7, took your team to the playoffs twice. For Dan Campbell, who was biting your kneecaps should Detroit just go ahead? I wish Damon was on here. Well, I'll ask him this on Wednesday. Should Detroit just go ahead and bite his kneecaps off right now?
Nah, man, I don't think so. I like Dan Campbell. No, I mean the proof got to be in the pudding. Don't get me wrong. We are in the business where you got to produce and you gotta, you gotta get results. So I'm not blind to that fact, but definitely them boys play hard, man. Detroit, uh, they are in most games, usually every week. They just gotta learn how to win, man. But he definitely had them boys, what I'm saying, playing hard. You don't see the quit in them anymore like you did, a few years ago. So I like Dan Campbell, man. No, plus they banged up right now. DeAndre Swift didn't play today. They banged up a receiver, but some of them boys will be coming back. Jameson Williams will probably be coming back. So let's get back. Let the boys get back healthy and see what kind of run they possibly could pull. The end of the year, man. Always
What
trying
you
to
mean?
find somebody, Fave. I wish Atwater was on here so he can get at you about that, dude. Always trying to fire people, man.
I'm just asking because we're in I'm just saying we fired black coaches after one season.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. That's all.
I mean, I agree with you on that. But that's not what we talking about right now, bro.
They just don't. They don't look good, dog.
It's gonna make it fair. I feel you, Faye. Let's make it fair for everybody. Let's make it fair. Let's make it fair.
I don't see how you say they don't look good, man. I mean, forget about last week for a second.
And today they didn't look good either.
Huh?
Today they didn't look good either.
They looked all right, man. They looked all right today.
Let me put everybody on the screen. Look at my face.
They looked all right. They looked all right today, man. They looked all right today. But I mean, you know who they played. So I mean, what do you expect? You know who they played.
Yeah, y'all should be
supported. But you thought they were gonna beat the Cowboys? You thought they were gonna beat the Cowboys?
No, I knew they weren't gonna beat the Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
That's my team, the Cowboys. That's my team. That's my team.
There you go. There you go.
We don't. Our theme song. I picked a theme song just because they're my team. Dak's my quarterback.
Oh,
that's all I'm saying. Oh man, just. Oh man, just. Okay. Fine. We'll leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I appreciate it.
Y'all should have won 40. We should have won 46.
I said I said I was gonna listen to all the feedback and I was gonna try to tone it down a little bit, man. Chill out, man. Chill out before you get me going. Chill out.
But yeah, one last comment from Shot, who's an intrepid reporter, sideline reporter for the Miami Dolphins game right now. I wonder where their seats are at. Real Shot and Vet. Can all of us can me, Straw, and Tony get some tickets to the Miami Marlins game? And go to Prime 112. Go to Prime 112.
Make it happen, man. Make it happen.
Make it happen. Make it happen. We there. We'll be there. Get some tickets in June, right before it get real hot. Go to Prime 12 Thursday night. I'll make sure I save me some ducats for that. Hook it up. Oh yeah, last thing. We'll go back to NBA real quick before we go. Dame Dollar was cooking up them L for the Lakers. Dropped that 41 on Pat Beverly and
was woofing too.
So
he was woofing too. When he hit that last three, that boy had a lot to say. He had a lot to say.
The ones and twos to make threes.
You know what he need to say? You know what Dame really need to say? Nothing. Never mind. I ain't gonna get you started.
Hey, before we go, man,
get to the finals. I was like, get to the finals. Get to the finals. Get there first.
Before we go, I do want to shout out Jackson State University. Jackson State will be on College Game Day this coming weekend.
Oh, no. They should have been there this weekend for homecoming.
Yeah, they missed that one. They missed that one with the UCLA Oregon game, but they got them this week. This is just a good example of the Prime effect doing this thing. Uh, you know, shouts out to Prime. Did the 60 Minutes interview last week. Now he's got college game day this week. Hey, let's spread that over all the HBCU. Let's not just keep it at Jackson State. Let's get some of this attention to all the less fortunate schools as well. Because he got that superpower. Snoop Dogg was there for homecoming this week.
Rick Ross.
Let's get everybody some of that.
Rick Ross. 16 and up. Albany State Correctional Officer. My bad. I mean,
must have put Wingstop on campus.
Any final thoughts, Tony, before we go?
Yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to Michael Parsons, and also it's a barber who is in the state of Texas. I can't remember his name. So I ain't to do my research so that I can name drop him properly. But last week, man, it was an incident that took place at a school in Texas where it was a special needs kid who basically got bullied, and they some kids from the school brought some clippers to the school and basically sat the boy down and cut his hair and put patches and all kind of stuff into his head, man. And like I said, and videotaped it and uploaded it to the social media, man. So, it was a barber who is very popular in Texas who reached out to the young man and, got him together and, cut his hair. And Michael Parsons had saw it, and before he had knew what the guy did, the barber had did, Michael Parsons was trying to get involved and try to reach out to the young man. No, it's just a shame, man. It's a shame. But definitely shows you that they are, regardless of status, regardless of where some people are, man, there's still some good people out there that when they see things of this nature that take place and go down, they want to still reach out and try to help, man. And like I say, just a bad situation, but I'm really glad for the young man, and probably going to get some, build a lot of different type of relationships with a lot of different type of people because of this incident. So hopefully that's one good thing that come out of it. But definitely shout out to Michael Parsons and everybody else that got involved in the situation to try to make it right.
No matter how much we joke about players or crack on our teams or try to be petty, NFL players do care, and they try to give back to these communities and stuff. That's one thing fans got to realize, or folks that's not fans or people that don't like sports. These players literally do give time out their schedule to give back to the community. Think about football players, off days Tuesday, if that, unless they're going through treatment. And they come back from Monday for film session and treatment. Tuesday's usually the off day, then come back to Wednesday. And for them to think about it, it's like if I'm Patrick Mahomes or Brady or somebody that got to do these commercials, Tuesday is the only day available, and their whole day is doing their obligation to their contract. And for something like this, like their boy hair could get messed up and Michael Parsons trying to rectify it, he didn't have to do that. What folks don't realize, that man busy. His main focus, he makes $25 million for a 4-year contract to focus on football. And for him to take time out his schedule just to do something like that, folks need to realize they're more than just athletes. They do way more stuff like that. They do way more stuff like, look, LeBron started a damn school. Michael Jordan still doing philanthropic stuff with Black Lives Matters and police force. So he's both sides looking at, we got to have police training, but at the same time, we need just racial equality as well. So we can't have one without the other. So when we look at folks like just shut up and dribble, just shut up and pass, or shut up and catch, or shut up and throw, or whatever, these guys take literally schedules are filled up to the brim where they only off day really is Tuesday for football play. Basketball, that's a little bit tougher because they travel.
Right.
But baseball, they every day. And the only time they come in 10, 11 for batting practice. Team meal 2 o'clock, come back at 5 in the clubhouse, something like that. If athletes taking it, professional athletes, let me not just say college athlete, because that's even worse because they got classes. But professional athletes to take time out their schedule and spend their money for the charitable organizations or spend time in the community, that needs to be uplifted more than just this dude got 4 games PEDs, or this joker right here was trying to hit on Rachel Nichols in the bubble. He smashed Rachel Nichols in the bubble, whatever. It's true. I mean, just it's true.
Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Buckets, he put it in the hole. This is our show. Let me end on that right now before we lose buy night shirt. Of course, remember guys, we got a new sponsor. We're gonna talk about them on Wednesday. You can follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. Don't forget Sundays and Wednesdays at 9. Peace up. A-Town down. We out.
Yes, sir.